Okie dokie, let's see what happens here. Welcome to Encounters Ashtar Command Q&A tonight. This is our Ashtar Command night. Good to see everybody here. I'm still not seeing how many people are on here right now, but that doesn't matter. Maybe there's something happening. Good to have you with us, Misty. Everybody in here, welcome to the show. And I'm still not seeing how many people are in here, but that doesn't matter. Hopefully it'll show up at some point. I don't know why it's not doing that. Hey, Etheric Mystic, good to see you. It's nice to see the numbers, but I don't see the numbers. So why is that? Okay. Let's just go with this thing here. It'll eventually show up. Peace, love, and light, everybody. Hello, Lavola. Yeah, maybe it's TikTok. Maybe TikTok's having a problem because I'm logged in here and I see no numbers. Please tap. At least if you tap on the screen, it'll create a heart so I can see. I don't know why the numbers aren't showing up like they normally do, but they aren't. I'm seeing 5. I'm seeing absolutely nothing. Good to have you all with us. Peace, love, and light, brother. Charles. Everybody here. We're going to be doing our Ashtar Command Q&A tonight. Hence the background. You know. Now it's showing. I don't see. It's not showing on my end here. Maybe it will later on. I hope. Oh, now it's showing. I have 61. It will, it's showing now. I have 61. It's going to go up good. I like to see what's out there. Yeah, it's 61, so it's working. Anyway, welcome to the show wherever you are. If you're new to the program, we usually do our Sunday through Friday nights. It's just straight encounters. The Spiritual UFO Talk Show. Saturday nights, tonight, is all about the Ashtar Command. Okay? All Ashtar Command. It's funny. It's still saying it's 61. I think there's something wrong with TikTok. I think their technology is kind of not working well tonight. Mel's Cookies, welcome. At least I'm seeing that it says 61. It's staying at 61, and I know there's more than that on here. Now it's jumped up to 86. Yeah, it's TikTok. Hetty, good to see you. Hetty, we promised you we would do this. Let's see. Hetty, what was I going to do here? Hetty, I got to get to Hetty here. Alrighty, Hetty, and you have been added. You've been added to our list as we spoke to you offline, so good to have you with us, Hattie. And welcome to the show, everybody. Hopefully tonight we'll have April on with me. April and I usually will do this together. It's an Ashtar Command Q&A. We'll take questions you might have. Also, I posted on Ashtar Command Spaceship News, I posted a new video from July 30th. I don't know where in the U.S. it is, but it is new. And you're going to see really beautiful daytime footage of a Ashtar Command spaceship. So yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. And it's really a pleasure to have everybody with us. We were at the beach today, the commander, and my wife went to the beach on the Long Island Sound, and it was at the state park. It was a beautiful day for the beach, and it's good to get sitting there and being with the water. Just a beautiful thing, the energy of the water. So yeah, good to have everybody with us. Please share and like. It's going to make sure we have our list. We're setting our goals here as always, so we depend on the support of our viewers on the show every time we're on here. Hey, Misty Moon, good to see you. Blessings to everybody. And I'm going to say blessings to everybody from the Ashtar Command tonight. Yes. I'm going to say blessings everybody from the Ashtar Command. And the Ashtar Command is watching our show on the ship. My parents, hey, Papa Smurf, good to see you. The Ashtar Command on one of the ships, probably all their monitoring systems, they're watching from outer space, and they watch our program all the time. Tonight is a show dedicated always on Saturday nights to the work that our space brothers and sisters are doing off planet before major contact happens. They're doing a lot of work behind the scenes that most people don't know about, you know. And the beautiful part of it is, hey Goldilocks, good to see you. The beautiful part of it is that they're doing it so that we can have a clear communications of contact, so that we can have that, that we can facilitate that coming together. Do they use Earth satellites to watch? No, they don't have a, Jeff, a great question. They don't use Earth satellites. They just have their own monitoring systems on the ship. They can monitor this show constantly. So they're watching on a monitor on their spaceship. It's not like a big screen TV, but it's a monitoring system, and they have very advanced technology. But they can watch the show. They do, and I'm thinking more than one particular ship with space people are watching the show as we speak. And a lot to understand about the Ashtar Command. Many people, I'll ask them, have you heard of the Ashtar Command? Some people vaguely have heard of Ashtar Command. Can April hear the show when she's on the ship? Of course she can. If she's on the ship, and normally they're doing mission work when she's on the ship, Sunshine Girl. Very good question. J&M Boutique, good to see you. Always. Hearing a lot of aircraft in my ear in the last past few days. Susan, very welcome. Interesting. But I'll give you all the information about the Ashtar Command that people need. I want to educate as many people out there about the command, because the command is, if you had to take the flip of a coin, you know, heads or tails, or not even that, if you had to proceed understanding beyond this reality in terms of space people, who are the space people, where are they from, what kind of space people are they, you know? The space people, the command, hey Glenn, hey 29 Frank 57, are they on the other side of Antarctica? There's a lot going on in Antarctica. There are entrances into the inner Earth, what we call the Agartha network. Many of the Ashtar Command people and other planetary systems of peace live within what you call the Agartha network, of the subterranean cities. You know, they live there. But many of the ships that are coming here to Earth from the Ashtar Command are men and women. And I've said before, when I've had them helping people, the men and women are about 7 or 8 feet tall, roughly. And they're very beautiful people. When I say that, beautiful spiritually and beautiful just physically, they're just beautiful people. And they come from many different planetary systems, you know. And the love, and I'm going to have my apple cider. I just got a new gallon of apple cider. I have a full glass of apple cider here. The love that our space family has for each of you is unconditional, you know. It's actually Ashtar, not astral, A-S-T-H-A-R, Ashtar, A-S-H-T-A-R. Sorry about that. Hey, Cheryl, good to see you. Hey, Midnight. And thank you for the shares. And also, please press the screen. That'll bring up, if you look at the top right corner, the numbers can only go up to likes if you press the screen. So if everybody taps it, we want to do 100,000 likes tonight. Everybody follow the show. This is the Ashtar Command. Yes, Ashtar Command. The Ashtar Command 29 Frank come from originally beyond our dimension or vibration, but our planet is now operating and vibrating at a frequency in which it is time for where interconnection and intercontact can happen with our star people. So we are vibrating now at the level we need to for contact. 30 years ago, they would have to drop into our frequency in order to make contact. They don't have to do that anymore. So now we have uplifted the planet and our solar system and our galaxy. To mention the thing, all the galaxies in every solar system have now equally upgraded to a higher vibrational pattern. And this is why the Ashtar Command ships are now coming in more. They're able to come in. Before, when they would come in, they couldn't stay very long because of the different frequency of energy. But now we are operating where the frequency of the command is in terms of that spiritual energy, and they are able to communicate very clearly with us. Hey, Alicia, good to see you, sister. And hopefully, at some point tonight we should have April in here. I know she's a busy lady. Unless they've taken her on the ship, she should be in here tonight. Cat Life, happy to see you. Sue House, wonderful to see you as well. Vinnie Fort, welcome everybody. And the command will always tell you this, and this comes from my heart as being an Ashtar commander in human form, that we love you. I speak for the command as I say this, and they know this to be true, that we love all of you. Our love for all of you is unconditional. When you live in the human form, have the human experience, a lot of times we see the things that we like about being human in this particular realm and things that we don't like in terms of how people interact with each other. But it's all part of the experience. So what are you going to do? Penny Jocelyn, good to see you. Good to see you. It's good to see all of you. Acid Messiah, good to see you, brother. Dina, Gerald Moody, 59 something. So I hope you're enjoying the lighting. I want you to feel comfortable and relaxed, and just feel like you're on a spaceship tonight. Let's just feel like we're all together on an intergalactic journey and going beyond all the things of the day that we had went through. Whatever you were doing. Hey, Shogun, love, good to see you. So you're all on board the spaceship with the commander. Ashtar Command Q&A. Hey, Princess Gwen, you're on the ship too with us. And as we all come together, hey, Jennifer, good to see you, sister. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I want people to feel comfortable here. You can go anywhere you want on the ship. Ask as many questions as you'd like about the Ashtar Command, because this is a show dedicated tonight to our space family. Okay, well, we don't have to get into that, but that's okay. So let's just keep it focused on the Ashtar Command. And so we all are going to go on a journey together. All come together and enjoy this night with each other. Yes, space family. And I was thinking as I was sitting this morning watching the waves come in on the Long Island Sound, how beautiful the universe is. I took pictures of the sky when I was at the beach. And can the Ashtar Command travel between galaxies? Yes. Oh, the Ashtar Command can go through any galaxy, Jeff, that they wish to. They can go to any universe. They can travel anywhere they want. They can go through galactic portals. They can go pretty much anywhere. Okay, Gwen, let's not talk about that, Gwen. Princess Gwen, this is Ashtar Command Night, so just let go, let go, let go, and just enjoy the night, okay? I have no questions to ask. Okay, well, just relax and enjoy, okay? And so as we are here, I was on Long Island Sound today too. Oh, okay. Yeah, we were at the beach for a couple hours this morning, and it was beautiful, and we just took in all the energy. I was looking at the sky, and I was just taking all the energy from the universe. It was pretty beautiful. Annette says, are they friends with other space beings? The Ashtar Command represents many different planetary systems. They also represent many different space beings of light. So yes, they are friends with many other space beings throughout the multiverse. User 937, welcome to the show. I know I am. I like that name. I know I am. Hey, AK, good to see you. Lavola, welcome to the show. Anyone wants some ginger honey tea to sip on? Did Contact in the Desert respond? I've been in touch with them. I actually did. They did respond, and I gave them my information. And I'm going to get back to them again and first see what happens. And we're also going to see if the Ashtar Command off planet is okay with potentially, if we get to speak at a conference like that, if the Ashtar Command off planet thinks that's a good idea. But we reached out to them just to see where they stand on the topic of the Ashtar Command. So we're very tuned into that level. If you have any questions, please do ask. We'll definitely, answer your questions here on the show. The chosen one, welcome. Do they have a base on the dark side of the moon? 29 Frank, they don't have a base on the dark side of the moon, but the moon itself is an intergalactic station. It's an artificial structure for intergalactic planetary travel that the NASA won't tell you about, but they do go. Space people or spaceships can go in and out of that structure, so to speak. Welcome, Third Eye, John Dill. And please tap, everybody who taps on the screen, what's on the top right corner, we're at 17.4. Let's keep moving the likes up, and please follow each other, follow me. It's very important that people do that. Do they need water like we do? Yes, of course, and that great question. The space people do drink water. Their water on their planet is pure. The water on their planet is not polluted or anything like that, like on Earth. Not that all Earth water is polluted, it's not, but they do drink water. They don't look at us as children. How do you receive help from them? Night nurse. Good question. When you say how do you receive help, can you expand on that question? Ask the Messiah, we must be like children to them. They don't look at us as children. They look at us as part of their star family. Basically, they're looking to see that we wake up and remember who we are. But they don't look at us like children or that kind of thing. They look at us more in a much more deeper state of who we are. They know that we all are a planet of people that are going to elevate to a level of consciousness where they have been for eons of time. And we're getting there. This is our time to elevate ourselves. And they're here to help us when they do come, when real contact happens. They will help us, teach us things, but we'll have to do the work on Earth. And we will also be accepted into a planetary society of planets that live in peace and harmony. And that's where we're going. And I've worked with Jade. I told her to break away from the Zeta. I think, Princess Gwen, we're going to have to work on you again on another night about that Zeta thing. Hey, good to see you, Chesno. Welcome, brother. Good to have you with us. Anna, always hyper. So the timeline was originally 2027, 2028. And that was back in 2022. The timeline has been now moved to the 2025, 2026. Hard to believe that we're going to be in 2025 in a few months, now that I'm thinking about it. But somewhere in the latter part of 2025, 2027, into 2026, not 27, I'm leaping ahead here. That's when, right now, that's the point of when contact should start happening. We don't control any of that. The command knows what they're doing off planet, and I am certain they will tell us if there's any changes in that timeline, which is really important. And I am really careful about that because everyone's getting excited about contact, and I've known about contact since 2022 coming soon, but I also want to make sure that we have the most accurate information from our off-planet star people, and they're the ones telling us and giving us the information on the ships. None of this stuff is channeled. None of this stuff is channeled at all. It's all directly coming from off-planet on the ships. So we depend on them for information because they don't operate in time. We operate in time. They have no time. But they also have put to us on our Earth timeline that we are supposed to have contact in a year and a half. Now, we know what that means as Earth people, but space people, a year and a half, I don't know what that means. A gentle session. Ask for a filter for your screen so command can note of who is looking in. Oh, interesting, Jennifer. Would it be possible to get your personal email or business email from you? CDP, I can give you my email. I'm happy to do that for you. And I'll just put it on my response to you on the screen here. And you just got my email, so that's fine. CDP. And let's see, what's ever going on? Let's see, night nurse. Let me see what her thing was. She mentioned, I'm a recent widow. Okay. Let me go to night nurse. Thank you, CDP. You lost my child, and you lost your child and father. Night nurse, I'm sorry to hear that. Anna, thank you for the roses. And good to have everyone. Mad King, welcome to everybody coming in here. I want you to relax. You're on the spaceship now. Once you get in here, tonight is spaceship night. I want you to just forget about everything in your day and just enjoy the night with us here. Because now we're together. Beyond time and space on Ashtar Command Night. I love Ashtar Command Night. This is one of my favorite nights. Not that I don't love all my nights doing the Encounter show, but I love Ashtar Command Night. Hey, Peter. Hey, Chesdo. Me too. We're on a new journey, Night Nurse. Yes. Corn Dog. Good to have you with us. Thanks for the follow. Julie. Yeah, Acid Messiah. So the way that disclosure is coming, and because we're now working directly with our space family, the Ashtar Command directly, there's no channeling. With April and myself, the information is all directly from off-planet, from the ships, where our people are. It'll be the most accurate information we can give you. And so hopefully tonight we'll get some updates. And those will be some of the key questions that I will be asking those on the ships. Shanna, good to see you. Right, disclosure is not coming from the government. And I've said this before, they're not going to disclose anything. Right, it's going to be on a local level, and it's going to be with this program that we do here and what April is doing between both of us. That's where the disclosure is going to come from people that are really with the Ashtar Command, working with them, because the Ashtar Command is going to actually facilitate, however they're going to do it, they're going to facilitate interconnecting with human beings on Earth. And when that happens, people need to be ready. They'll know when they're going to. Now, how are they going to land their ships? That is one of the questions some people are asking. Commander, will it be safe for them to land their ships? Where will they land their ships? I think the Ashtar Command is pretty apt to know, with their technology, how to make it safe for them to actually interconnect with the human population. I think they'll also make sure that every weapon system on our planet is actually non-functional. Any weapon system that operates on electronics will be actually dismantled before contact happens. They'll dismantle every single weapon of war. They'll have to, because we are a planet that's still somewhat hostile towards anything we don't understand, and they will actually dismantle the electronic systems that operate our nuclear facilities. Laser technologies will be shut down. They're going to shut down all that stuff. Yes, Bonnie says weapons were my worry. So yeah, there's a lot in the background going on before contact even happens. But people need to prepare for that day. Hey, good to see our friend over in Israel. Araya, good to see you. Hey, Kit Kat, welcome to the show. Good to have everybody here. And this evening I am sharing a lot of my knowledge with you. Become Verna's Warning, Glenn McNeil. And I'm not sure what Verna's Warning is. Hello, over in Israel. Will the media be shut down so they can go on media? So let me speak on behalf of the Ashtar Command regarding media. Great question. So probably about a month ago, one of the journeys that April took on board the ship, she met with the council. The council makes all the decisions for the whole Ashtar Command, right? So she went with a suggestion to them to have somebody who we didn't know who's going to be the spokesperson to the planet Earth from the Ashtar Command, because obviously they'll have to cut into our transmitters based on your question to respond to the human population, right? So the council made a decision. This is over a month ago. They decided that I would be the best representation to speak before the Ashtar Command to the people of Earth, and they'll have, I think, four Ashtar Command people behind me that they're going to select. They probably already selected them already. 4 or 5. The way I understand it, I'll be sitting on the ship in a control panel, and however it works, I don't know what they have for equipment. I'm sure it's way beyond anything that we understand, because I'm in radio broadcasting. On a radio station, we have slide switches and pot switches and buttons we press when we're broadcasting. Same thing when I was on TV years ago. We had cameras in the studio. We had a control booth. We had all kinds of things and videotaping. So I will tell you, for people that don't know this, and when they had the council meeting, they thought it was a great idea to have me speak to the whole planet. Now, I'm very comfortable on visual, and I'm also on radio. I've been doing media since the 1970s when I was in college in Vermont. And I've done TV. The Intergalactic TV Network was something I did back in the early 90s, late 80s for a while. So with my background, beyond my media background, because I'm connected with the Ashtar Command, and I came here and volunteered to be here, and my energy, the way I work with people, they felt that I would be a great representation for the Ashtar Command. So just to be all in all straight out with you, I made some announcements about this before in the last month or so. When and before contact happens, I will be broadcasting on a spaceship of the Ashtar Command, and I will be broadcasting through some sort of a transmission that will interrupt all broadcasting systems on the planet, and that means all broadcasting systems on the planet. It doesn't matter whether it's Russia or China, the United States, South America, the Netherlands. It doesn't matter where you are or what the station is. That with the transmission coming from the ship that will be beamed to Earth, they will take over all TV broadcast systems. And give me a second here. All TV broadcast systems will be taken over. When those systems are taken over, you will see me on the screen. I'll probably be wearing a spacesuit. I'll be wearing some sort of a spacesuit because when you go on the ship, because of the way we breathe and our oxygen level and their oxygen level, I would have to wear a spacesuit. So I don't know what the spacesuit looks like, but it will evidently. April's been on the ship wearing the spaceship suits, and so they're evidently very comfortable. So when that happens, before contact happens, I'll be speaking on behalf of the Ashtar Command, the whole Ashtar Command. I'll be speaking to the people of Earth, everyone. So make a note of it because that's going to happen. Now, there's no timeline for that yet because we think of things in time. So I've gotten myself to a point where I'm not worried about time. I can't think about time. I can't think, what time is it going to happen? What day is it going to happen? So I put myself in the same position as if I were off planet without time. So I've been mentally training myself to not think about time. When they tell me it's ready to happen, they'll take me on the ship. I'll be doing whatever I'm going to be doing in front of her control panel, and I will speak to the people of Earth. Thank you, Sue. And I'm very committed to this planet. I'm committed to the mission work. I'm committed to making sure everybody equally understands what's going on. I try to be as clear as I can, even on my show here, and even on my radio show. I try to be very clear about what I know, what I don't know. Princess, Gwen, it doesn't work that way. I know you'd like to come, but it's not working that way. But Gwen, when full contact happens, you'll get to meet the Ashtar Command people that you're connected to. So no one's going to be left out, but this is very specific. So this has to happen first. This has to happen first. Hey, Johnny, good to see you, brother. And I think I'm going to try to bring on 3 of our people. We have a group of 5. Some of you don't know who the 5 are. I'm one of the 5. April is the key person of our 5 group. There'll be 5 in each group around the world. I'm going to try to bring on Johnny, if you're able to come up, Kit Kat, and Chesno. I'd like to bring all 3 of them up. Then when April comes on here, we'll bring April up. So you're going to meet all 5 of us. And the group of 5 were selected by the Ashtar Command, not by April or me or anybody. They knew who we were. And the beautiful part is we're all connected. We all have family on the spaceship. We all have a connection before coming to Earth. It's really quite an amazing story. It really is. Our Ashtar guides, like guardian angels, they're Ashtar Command. There are angelic beings in the command that are what you would call guardian angels. So I would concur with that. So let me try to bring some of these people on. Kit Kat, are you there? I'll see if I can bring these people on with me, and then when April comes in here, we're going to bring her on. Let me see here. I'm going to see if Kit Kat's here. We got. Hey, brother, how you doing?
Hey, brother. Good evening.
Yeah, I thought this would be kind of nice to bring us all up together. Let's see if I get Kit Kat, and also Chesno on here.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Chesno, are you here with us? He was here earlier. I'm driving right now. Okay, when you get back from driving, we're gonna bring you up, and then we'll bring Chesno up too if I see he is in the room. And Johnny, let people know a little about your connection because you're part of our 5 group. I think it's important that people know that we weren't, that it wasn't one of us that chose the five. It was the space people of our family members on the ships.
Right. Yeah, it was all done through April let me know. Seems like forever ago now that I was one of the ones that that was selected along with everybody else. I was in shock and surprised. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, me too. I was actually in shock too.
I was like, wow, I didn't.
Yeah,
I had to really process it for a little while because I was just shocked.
yeah,
I had no words to. I was just like, wow, this is happening.
yeah, yeah. And I said to myself too, it's just, and with all the knowledge I have, I was in shock just like anyone else. I was like, okay, I want to know more about how this works. But as we got to know each other, it really became, and with all the documentation that April's had, that is undisputed. After a while, I just knew that this is just happening.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
As things started to progress and go, she went up more and more, and things started to happen. It just things started to eventually, it became clear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it took time for me too to have it become clear, because even though I know I came here from off planet, I also, when she said, Commander, you're going off planet, I thought, like, when she first said it, I was saying, now what do I do? How do I get prepared for that?
Right.
How do you get prepared for that?
That's like,
And
it's the ultimate, right? Like when she told me about it, and then she was describing what I do there, I was just trying to grasp it, but it made sense for why I was having all the cosmic dreams, and and I haven't had the memories fully come back, but I'm starting. The pieces are coming together, which is good. I feel it more.
You feel? Do you feel more?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
closer it
because
seems like it's coming, the closer I think it's getting here, I feel more clear. Like it becomes the memories come back more. It's getting there.
Yeah. Do you feel? I mean, I feel, because our space family doesn't work like we do. Like, it's now 11:38. They don't say, "Oh, it's 11:38 on the spaceship." There was no
Right.
time. So
Right.
it's like, oh, it's almost time for lunch now. Let's take a break. They don't work that. Our human mind is so used to the way we operate here on Earth that we've had to readjust our thinking with this. Have you found that to be the case? Like, now
Oh,
that we know we're going to eventually go off planet, we don't know when. We've had to let go of what we believe is, what time is it going to happen, what day.
right. Because we're so. I mean, we're implemented that as with children in school. They teach you, how to tell time and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
And everything is
yeah,
time related. Appointments, work,
oh yeah,
everything. So you're right. It's you have to let go. Even thinking, is it going to happen in 6 months or a year? They don't have that concept. So it just I had trouble grasping that at first, because I'm like, well, when is it? A year and a half?
right. Me too. Me too.
So, but I learned to let that go. I said, well, you know what? It's because I didn't want it to get in the way of the process.
Yeah,
Being so caught
yeah.
up on the time factor.
And and one of the things I've learned, because I came from Facebook, and Facebook was notorious ever since the beginning, that a lot of these people on Facebook would channel and say, we're going to be with you, we're coming, and every year people would be disappointed. And I
Right.
don't listen to channels anyway, but I would read some of these messages and say, I can just see a whole bunch of people are going to be really disappointed in 2009, or whatever. And at least now, with us all coming together and being and have seen our space family on some of the pictures April has shown. I saw a picture of my father in one of the photos. I'm gonna have her send it to me. And he's human. He looks. If I were to see his picture in light, I'm sure he's very beautiful looking. And I think he has like short, dark
Right.
hair. And and
Oh
you've
wow.
also had that experience. You had experiences too, equally, that you have space family on the ship. Isn't
Yeah.
it pretty amazing how that works?
Very amazing. It's even growing up as a kid, I was telling my friend this today, that I used to read books when I was younger about UFOs and
Mm.
ETs and that type of thing, but I never getting to this point. I never I'm still shocked. Like I thought I would be prepared when the time came, but I'm not. I'm
Right.
not.
And and like when I sit here doing my broadcasts, and sometimes a lot of times when I'm by myself meditating,
Yeah.
thinking about things, I'm saying, I'm talking to the command in my consciousness because I know they can hear my words. And I know they can hear your words. I'm sure when you're just thinking, and I'm like, okay, uh, I know we're getting almost to the end of this year, and that part of my mind comes back and says, okay, I'm ready to go with the others. We're ready to go on the ship. And I know that there's those little moments of time when that'll happen and says, then I have to realize again, even though I'm ready to go, you're probably ready to go, Kit Kat's ready to go, Chesno is, April automatically because she's in a safe area.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense that she's in a remote area in the country where they would have an Ashtar base in the mountains.
Yeah.
Where else
Perfect
would you have
sense.
the base?
Yep.
You wouldn't have it in New Haven, Connecticut, or in Paterson, New Jersey.
Yeah. I'm not definitely not going to have it where I'm at. I'm 20 minutes from
Right.
Philly. It would
Yeah,
would be
no, that's
crazy.
not happening.
No.
You know, the command uses, and also the energies have to be special. So I know where April is. She has so many beautiful, energetic things happening there, and it's a real solid base for the command. It's just, and it's just pretty amazing. Good to see you. Good to see everybody coming in here. So with the fact that there is a base in New England, up in near the border of Canada in the mountains, it's just amazing to see all the documentation that she has regarding initially when we all first met when I came on TikTok. I didn't know anybody here. And look
Right.
how we all met each other and we're really close friends, not to mention the fact that we're all going to be going together in the geographical area, folks. Johnny's in New Jersey. I'm in Connecticut. Chesno, south of me, in Connecticut. Kit Kat's in Long Island. And then, of course, April is in Vermont, which is not far from Connecticut. So whoever thought in a bazillion years we'd all be on TikTok, I'd be doing a show because friends guided me here. If I had not listened to them, I don't know if this would have happened. But because of that guidance I took and went on here and did what I do, I met so many beautiful people. Many of you are very beautiful in the audience. And also just the key five that are going to Ashtar. No, Ashtar is not reptilian. I don't know where you're getting that. Ashtar is a beautiful human being, very beautiful. But Ashtar is not a reptilian. Wherever you read that, Diago 2025, throw it out the window.
Yeah.
Ashtar is not a reptilian.
Reptile.
And
Where
I'm
I
sure
never
that
heard
came,
that before.
yeah, I think that's probably from somebody writing some story on the internet that they made up and they want people to believe it. So, yeah,
Right.
you know. But all the people of the command are very beautiful human beings. Hey, Lupita. And that's part of what we do here. We want to educate people about the truth, and we want to knock out all the misinformation on the internet that you've been reading. Because there's a lot of garbage out there about the Ashtar Command that is just crazy.
Yeah. A lot of garbage.
You know, you know. Good thing there are people like us. Johnny's gotten a lot of knowledge. I've gotten a lot of knowledge. Kit Kat, April has got to go. So Jordan says, hey, they're just working it out. We have no judgment about that. Jordan says, April has got to go 50 times. Why won't they take you guys? Two, I don't understand. I think the command has a certain plan of activity. Uh, and I think when they're ready to take us, we're all going to go up. They know what they're doing. I
Yes.
don't question that part of it. I think Johnny has come to a peaceful understanding of that. Maybe at first we were like wondering why we weren't being taken.
Yeah.
I
I
think
was
that's.
curious,
I was too,
but
but I
I think
understand that.
I
You go
started to
ahead.
think, um, that they were taking her to educate her and show her,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And so that's what I was thinking, and I understood. Okay, so there will be a time where we all will go, but right now isn't that time.
right.
So
And I'm going to answer Kerry's question. Would you leave your family if you were doing something important or special with them? Would you leave? So we're not going to ever leave our families. When they take us, we'll be coming back to Earth. Just as if, like, when April goes off, she's away for an hour, maybe maybe a little bit over an hour Earth time. So Earth time, maybe an hour off planet could be a whole month compared to,
Yeah.
it could be a whole month. Because there's no time in space. So yes, we will be coming back to our loved ones. We're not leaving the planet for good. We will be definitely coming back when our time comes to together as the five go with April onto the spaceships. Good question. Let's see here. And if you have any questions, we're definitely until April gets on. I don't know what April must be working late or doing something. So she should be on. I messaged her. I know she's not on yet, but she should be joining us unless something else happens up in northern Vermont that we don't know about. And things with her, there's always something happening for sure.
That's true.
Out of her control, basically.
Yeah. You never know. It's
You never know.
Nope.
You never know. Do you think man has landed on the moon? Well, the moon is an intergalactic base station. Have we landed on the moon? I think that we have. Yeah, we have a base on the moon that's unrelated to NASA. There is a base on the moon, a lunar base. To answer your question, I'm just like reading stuff.
Yeah, that's always a good question about the moon.
Yeah, the moon is always a great question. And in terms of the Ashtar command, any questions you might have regarding that, tonight we're here to. Yeah, she should probably come on. I'm sure she'll be on. She might be doing something right now. It's about like 11:47 in the evening, unless she's off planet.
Oh yeah, Papa
That's
Smurf just reminded me. April's not working. Commander.
the weekend.
No,
Yeah, so
she doesn't work at that job anymore.
Oh, she's not.
No.
She's not doing the cheese.
Nope. Something happened, and I think it was yesterday was her last day, so she's getting going to get a new job.
Oh, good. Okay. Good for her.
Yeah, a better place, somewhere better. She said.
Oh, good. Good. I also have questions about April. I would think you would be the one to give more info to. I do give a lot of info. I have a lot of information, but again, it's a collective effort. Kerry, great question. So I have information, as always, to share here. I get downloads all the time, as you can tell. I've been doing a lot of work with the command, helping people, as you can see, who have been abducted. I've sent spaceships over. Johnny's watched the shows here. Johnny can tell you.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you. I didn't know I was doing. 8 months ago is when I started doing this. So I do have mission work to do, and part of it is they've given me the ability now to bring space people to people's homes off the ships to take out implants and help people that were abducted. And I've been doing that for about 8 months.
Can't believe it's been that long. Doesn't feel like it, does it?
It doesn't feel. And when it first happened, I questioned myself because I'm one of these people that questions everything I do, which is a good thing. I don't let it get to my head or anything or any ego. I question what I'm doing to put myself in check, and but I've been doing it unconditionally for over 8 months. Yeah. Do you work with the Secretary Space Program? If so, how? The Secretary Space Program. Can you, Peter, elaborate on what that is? What is the Secret Space Program? No, we don't. The Ashtar Command has nothing to do with the Secret Space Program. That's an Earth-based operation, which has been involved also in using reverse engineered technology against the Ashtar Command and those beings of light that live on the planet. But simply to answer your question, the command has nothing to do with the Secret Space Program.
We may after our journey.
Well, they might be looking to us for information.
That's right.
Let's see. April deserves a better job. I think April will definitely get a better job. The universe will provide whatever it needs to provide to help her because she She deserves much more than she was getting from where she was, which wasn't, they weren't treating her too well.
No, they
Can
weren't.
you tell us about some of your personal UFO experiences? So for me, Jordan, I think the first most important experience for me, there's so many of them, and I'll let Johnny also talk about it, is when I was a kid. That was to me the most impressionable moment of my life, which was when I saw one major spaceship, a flying saucer in my cul-de-sac, nighttime, and men and women in light blue outfits with their kids looking at me, and they were telepathically telling me I wasn't from Earth. I think that was the most impressionable time in my life as a human being. The other impressionable times were in the 1980s when I saw a spaceship the size of two football fields over 1,000 feet above a condo complex right before a wooded area. And that was very impressionable to me. I'll never forget it. And the geometry that they were shooting out of the ship into the sky, that was very much something I'll never forget. So, great question. That was the more impressionable periods of my time. Johnny, what was your impression? What happened to you that you can say?
Well, let's see. I had as a kid, I was with my father, and we saw an object. We were down at the it was like a monument, like it was like a park area that went over towards the river, and we saw an object that wasn't a plane. My dad was in the military, so he was looking through binoculars. He's like, "That's no plane, whatever that was." So that was one instance, and then I had instances when I was older where I've seen objects, but I never had any experience of being taken. But then I started having cosmic dreams about a
Mm-hmm.
year ago that are becoming
Wow.
very intense. So then I started to put the puzzle together and think that it's
Yeah.
related. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when I
And
talked to you
that's,
about it.
yeah, see, yeah, the cosmic dreams, aren't they amazing how those cosmic dreams are really true?
It
They're
is.
not, and it really is how we connect beyond our brain to real connections off planet.
And I never knew that until I asked you, because I didn't know if it was just my subconscious, or if I started to think maybe I was being taken while I was sleeping, and it feels that way.
Yeah.
Definitely feels that way.
And for Kerry, thank you for asking the questions. It's always beautiful, Kerry, to have your questions. And you are learning a lot, so I appreciate that. And Deanne, I can't go live. Help me anyway. So Deanne, this is an Ashtar Command Night, so we'll definitely try to help you. Deanne has been having trouble trying to get on my lives during the week, and she's got stuff going on that I wanted to have the command help her with. But I always want to have the person on the screen with me. I feel more connected when I have a person on the screen. And then I'm very aware of Deanne.
Yeah, I
Let's
remember.
see here.
Yeah. Hopefully she's doing
Yeah,
okay.
yep. And let's see here. I'm just reading people's comments. It can be such a beautiful experience. Yes, it really can, Jordan. Absolutely correct. Let's all tap while listening. Yes, Hetty, very good. Hetty's one of our moderators. I added her on. She's a good person, and she'll help keep out trolls and so forth. So we appreciate that. And please do some gifting here. You can do the hat. I have the hat with the mustache. I do want to encourage gifting of my broadcasts. And whatever you want to do for gifting tonight, please do so on Ashtar Command Night. And also, just essentially, if you have TikTok coins, you choose to gift what you want, basically. Let's see here. Jennifer, thank you for the lightning bolt. Yeah, Zoom is a good thing, but it's limited. I'm really able to teach classes here because I can reach thousands of people. Whereas we're in Zoom, I don't really use Zoom. I just feel I'm guided by the command to do it through this social medium, and this way I can reach everybody.
I remember when you first started, Commander. Seems like
Yeah,
over 2 years ago. It's come a long way.
yeah. I mean, when I started, I didn't even have a name for a show or anything. I didn't even know what I was doing on TikTok. When I came here, I was going on Mahan Sook's live. I love him. He's a good brother
Yep.
down south, and he does the gong therapies and everything. And he's just a beautiful soul. And he helped support me to get to 1,000 followers, and I did pretty quickly. Then I had to figure out what I was doing. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Was I going to be a healer, a teacher? What was I going to do? I had to meditate a lot, so I decided, you know what? I noticed after watching TikTok that there was nobody doing an actual program, a show on spiritual UFO areas. So I said, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. It was the most important decision I made here, and it's been this. The show went viral and took off on its own. It's just I've been blessed by having such a large audience.
Yeah, this is a great format, the way you do this. You don't see this anywhere else.
No,
Nope.
most of what you see on YouTube or even on TikTok, when I look at TikToks, you have people that will go live. They're not doing shows, and they might be yelling and screaming at each other.
Right. Arguing. I don't like
And
that.
and nothing against yelling and screaming at each other, but if that's your deal,
Right.
good luck. So TikTok Toker says, so the beings of the Ashtar ship are human. Yes, there might be some. Thank you, Catherine Katrina, for that. There might be some that are Illyrian that have like a cat's face, but they are human and very loving people, the Illyrians. But most of the Ashtar Command people would be human, just for sake of knowledge. If you see any pictures of people showing Ashtar Command people looking not human, I want to see what those pictures look like and see whether that's accurate or not. Because most of the stuff on the internet is not accurate. Let's see here. Let's see. Cecily Mama, she says, so loves the show. We love you too. Is Dogman connected to the Space Force at all? I've watched her. I haven't been able to watch her and listen to her words. I think she was on today. I was at the beach, so I couldn't listen to her. She was showing a picture of a human being, a drawing of a woman with like a blonde hair and a spacesuit on. I'm not sure. I haven't really watched her enough and really educated myself about her to have an opinion about what she's doing.
I haven't had a chance to see her either. I mean, I see her come up, but I'm normally at work and I can't tune in like I want to.
Yeah. We all get busy doing things, but I have seen her on here, and maybe one day I will ask her questions. But let me see if I can connect here and find out where. I'm just going to see if I know she's offline. April. I'm inviting April to join us if she sees my message.
Is she supposed to come on, right?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I hope she's feeling good. Please join us.
Hey, Commander, can you give me a few minutes? I got to drop down. I got to go down and see my pop before it gets too late.
Yeah, and you can come back after you see your pop,
Okay, I'll be back.
All right, Johnny. Okay, right. Very good, man.
Thanks,
I hope
brother.
your pop feels better. All right, take care, man.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to bring Johnny down here. We're having a great interaction here. And I hope you're enjoying this relaxed atmosphere with the lighting. I have this lighting thing. My daughter got it for me for the holiday season. And it's a spaceman that lights up into making the whole room look like we're in outer space. I love this thing. This is probably one of my favorite things that I got during the last holiday. And I appreciate all the love and all the gifts, and I'm loving answering your questions. I will answer all your questions because I know the answers for most of them. And this is our Ashtar Command night, a night of everything Ashtar Command. And please feel free to, don't be afraid to ask me a question. I will give you the best honest answer I can. And plus, I am drinking apple cider. You can actually see a real glass of apple cider tonight. Oh, the Spaceman. I wondered which. Hey, River Blues. I wonder which one it was. Hey, Alex Silver from Texas. Shalom to you. And if you're new to the program, you're watching here is my Encounter show, which is our special Saturday night show, which is Ashtar Command Q&A. And this is a place where you can learn everything there is to know about our space family, our space sisters and brothers from off planet of the Ashtar Command. And if you have a question, please do ask. I came from off planet when I was a kid. Well, before I was a kid, I came from the Ashtar Command. I came from Mars. I was the intergalactic communications person for the whole Ashtar Command. I handled all the intergalactic communications. Now, when I say that, the technologies on the ships are very advanced. So the intergalactic communications, there are certain crystallized structures we use to communicate with other planets, with other spaceships. It's a very elaborate, intricate system, so to speak. Commander, how many sightings can be credited to our own ancestors and or descendants time traveling? Interesting, Heather. Good question. Matter of fact, I'm going to start to bring people up here a little bit to ask their questions directly. You can ask them in comments if you feel comfortable on coming up. We'll take your questions here too. And welcome to Ashtar Command Night. Hey, Heather, welcome to Ashtar Command Night. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for the invite. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and so you had a good question about, let me go back. How many sightings can be credited to our ancestors or descendants of time traveling? Well, if we look at history, throughout before the current human history, many of the old paintings and things people would show what appears to be spaceships. Even the Egyptians had connections to the stars. Many of their connections were with space beings from star system Sirius. The way they're, if you go to Central America, South America, the Aztecs, the beings that were from what you call the Inca, they all had connections to star people. They knew everything about astronomy. They knew all these things. All that was brought to them by the ancients, which we call them ancients because they had that initial connection to the star people. So many of them were descendants of the star people. The human population, in truth, even though we're born here, many of us, like I say, we came here from, born here. We all have a connection to the stars, and we all have actually star family. Even if we don't remember who they are, I've always talked about the fact that we are biologically human, but we're not just human. We're biologically coming from the biological cosmic family, and that's where I come from. Originally, my parents here, they don't exist anymore. So, but my family off planet does exist, which is relatively new in terms of since last year.
And did you discover that your own connection, did you discover that through meditation or telepathic communication? Like, how did you discover those details?
Well, as I was growing up as a kid, for me, the one time, as I talked about this on my show, when I was a preteen, right before teenage years, I was in my kitchen in a cul-de-sac in Long Island. We moved out of Long Island around 72. So I lived in the island for a short period, and then I lived mostly in New England for most of my life. And when I was in Long Island, in the cul-de-sac, a suburban neighborhood, I went upstairs for no particular reason. My brother's room opened the wood blinds, and nighttime, a radiant light around a spaceship, flying saucer with men and women in light blue outfits. And I was looking there quietly, just in awe of what I was seeing. And they were looking at me, and it was a beautiful ship. And they just told me I didn't come from here. That was my first indication that, oh, that must be, I didn't think of it knowing it was my space family. I was only a kid. So when I got older, now I know, I never forgot it. But that's when I had knowledge of that. For many years, though, I put it behind me because I was still in high school. I was going to college. but many things happened where I'd see ships all the time. Even in Vermont, we had very close encounter sightings when I was up in Plainfield and in the 70s. So I always knew that there was a connection. But for me, to answer your question more specifically, it's more telepathy, and also I get what I call downloads. And when I get the downloads, I kind of know what it is, and I kind of know that they've been activating me. I'm always getting downloads now. Now I get downloads like crazy. So I hope that answers that part of your question.
Yeah, absolutely. That's interesting, and that's a nice gift that they gave you, having the actual like visual confirmation, even if in the context at the time you didn't understand what it was. You have that to reflect on now.
Yeah, yeah. I had no idea really. I mean, even after it happened, I thought it was a dream for about a week. I said, "This has got to be a dream. This didn't happen," And I got upset as a kid because I went downstairs to get my parents and my brother to come upstairs. I wanted to show them the spaceship. I said, "There's a spaceship," and they didn't come upstairs. So I was on the second floor of the carpeted walkway to the bedrooms, and I was beating on the carpet because I was upset that they wouldn't come upstairs so I can show them that this was real and that there was a spaceship. And they never came up. So that little bit of anger at that point subsided, and I didn't care anymore. It didn't matter. I went back to the room, opened the ship was still there, and they said, "We love you," telepathically. I felt a great sense of love coming from the people on the ship. And then I said, I never talked to my parents about it again or my brother. I just kept it to myself. I just said, it must be that this was for me to see and not for them. And years later, now I'm an adult, I realized that that was the case. That was my experience to just let me know we're always going to be around with you. Even if you don't see us, we are with you always. And that's what I got out of it.
And that's really a blessing.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems
It,
that you take it that way.
yeah, I do. I do take it that way. You know, uh, I've I've been on the road for a lot of years on the trip here, and I used to do workshops. There would be people that supposedly were enlightened trying to trip me up that I met, and I come to find out when I would just touch their hand, they would react in a way that they would expose who they are, and then they leave because they weren't the person that was this loving, light-filled, conscious person. Their true being came out, and then they never came back again. And they would say they were this or that, but it was good because then at least it revealed that they weren't who they say they were. And one of the things I've been gifted with is I can read people, and that's been only happening recently in the last couple of months. And I can read energy about people. So it's interesting when we deal with people that have been abducted. I can send spaceships to their location anywhere in the world and send the space people into their house, and they take the implants out. And that's only been happening for the last 8 months.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you say implants, okay, so the first thing that comes to mind for me is what's the British supernatural TV show? Doctor Who, that whole
Oh,
thing.
Doctor Who. Oh, yeah, I used to watch that years ago.
There's like a series in there basically where extraterrestrials kind of leech on to humans for energy. Are you talking about implants like for taking energy or harvesting energy or information or implanting
I can.
information?
Great question. So I've been working. If you've been watching my show, I'm not sure how familiar you are with my show. My regular show, Sunday through Fridays, called Encounters. Tonight's over. It's our Ashtar night. But I've actually worked with people. I had a woman on the other night. They physically had put a living implant into her that was causing a lot of pain and a lot of problems. So I remember how many, I had a whole bunch of Ashtar Command people, and I had like 5 or 6, roughly, medical people off the ship. And their expertise is taking out physical implants in a person's human body. So these implants were up near her brain area, up in the upper part near her head. It took them a while to get this. This thing was a living implant that didn't want to, that was trying to stay attached to her body. They took the implant, they finally got the implant taken out. It was still trying to get into the body. And I told the space people to quarantine the implant and destroy it. And they did. These are like new abilities that I have. I don't do anything other than send the space people to do the work. I just facilitate. If I hear the story on my regular show, I will ask the person, can I help you? And if they say yes, we will do a meditation, like a brief breathing exercise, and then we will facilitate having a spaceship cloaked over their location. And then the space people come in and they go over their whole body, the etheric body, the physical body. They clear out all implants, whatever they are. And many of these people have told me afterwards they don't have any more problems anymore, no more pain. It's just, for me, it's been a blessing to learn from what the response is from these people, that we, the command, helped them, and I just facilitate sending the spaceships over the locations.
Very cool. That sounds like remote healing.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. I would say, I don't know what to call it, but yeah, it kind of is remote because I'm not going there, but the space people are. So I guess that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
So do you have any idea what the implants, like what is the purpose of them?
To control the human people.
Controlling.
They implant, yeah, because it's really, the negative ETs implant people for one reason. Well, there's a lot of reasons. One of the reasons they do it is to control people. They want to, and a lot of reasons are, when they implant them, they're trying to monitor their human body, which is also against universal law. And they break a lot of universal laws when they do that. And so these implants that are put in are different for individual people. And the worst ones, which I dealt with a few nights ago, the living implant that was in a person's body, that took a lot of time to take out of the body. They had to be really careful, and they were. But nobody should be implanted on Earth by the negative ETs who have been doing it. The Ashtar Command is able to go in, and not only do they take the implants out, but the Ashtar Command has, and I've seen them do it, they put a protection around the human body of the person permanently, so they can't be, implanted by any ETs. They also protect their homes wherever they are. They put an invisible force field. I call it a force field that protects them from any negative ETs, and they make sure no portals can be opened up where they can come into somebody's home. So they're really proactive in helping people.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. That's, I mean, between your show and other creators and other things I read, I definitely am aware that there are people who have, for some reason, like the implants, like you said. I hadn't thought of it in those terms, but there was definitely something attached to certain people, and I just wasn't sure if it was a controlling thing or, like I said, maybe siphoning energy. That comes to me
Yeah,
a lot.
and that could be also a possibility depending on who they're abducting. And then these people are implanted so they can always come back and abduct them. So that's another part of it. So when they implant a human being, they do it so they know where they are. So if they come back, they say, okay, now we need to take you aboard our ship, put you on a table, and do whatever we're going to do to you, which is also against universal law. And this is now where I feel blessed that I can actually send the Ashtar Command to help those people, and to an area, to the point where not only are they taking out the implants, our medical people on the ship, we also have other Ashtar Command people I'll bring to that location. And then we'll go after the space beings that abducted somebody and did things that were wrong. And, I don't need to know when they find them, but I do know that the Ashtar Command ships, there are ships that will find these ETs, and they will be actually captured, and they will be interrogated, and then they will be sent off planet, never to come back to Earth. So that's another thing I'm doing. There's a few things here I'm doing that I never did 8 or 9 months ago that I am doing now because the Ashtar Command has downloaded abilities in me that I didn't even have before.
Which you were talking about, like the remote
Yeah, the remote
viewing or
thing. Yeah.
healing or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can think of that as being, Heather, relatively new. For 8 or 9 months, it's not that far back. But I've integrated that understanding in my consciousness through meditation, and I'm fully responsible for what happens with helping these other people. And I also go to the point of telling them after the Ashtar Command has helped them to let me know how they're doing. I always want to know how the people are feeling, how they're doing, because I care about every single person, you know?
Yeah, that shows. That shows in your show. Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you for your questions. I love answering questions, from sentences, but it's always nice to have that human interaction. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
taking
you,
the
Heather.
time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, Heather. Your questions were a blessing. I'm going to let you down gently here. Let me just do this here. And if you have any questions, this is Ashtar Command Q&A. If you have any questions, feel free to join me here. You have to be over 18, no foul language, no drinking, no smoking, no paranormal discussion. This is Ashtar Command Night. Deanne says, can you please send them to my house, my loved ones, to take any negative ETs and take out any safe? I can't go live in OKC. Oh, in Oklahoma? That's interesting. Yeah, we'll have to work. We'll figure this out, Deanne, with you. We'll send an Ashtar command ship. We'll have to do some work with you somehow. And you're watching the show tonight. This is Ashtar Command Q&A. I'm your host, CmdrAleon of Encounters. We like to spend Saturday nights with you talking about the Ashtar Command, answering your questions. And if you don't know anything about the Ashtar Command, this is the best place to learn about it. Forget all the internet websites out there. I'll tell you whatever you need to know about the Ashtar Command because I am actually with the Ashtar Command. And welcome all the new people coming in here. We're glad to see you all here. And our regular shows are Sunday through Friday evening. And we do a thing called Encounters. And we do all kinds of interviews with people that had sightings, people that are connected with the mer people, the fairies, space beings. Tonight's show is dedicated to the Ashtar Command. So I welcome all spiritual beings around the world, wherever you are, all those that are seeking answers. So welcome. All people that are seeking answers, we welcome you to our show. And I am certainly happy to answer your questions here. And we were talking earlier about contact in the context of when it's going to happen, and it will be happening. You're going to see a lot of scuttlebutt on the internet over the next few months, people that have websites, all kinds of stuff going on. And understand that we are coming into a situation where there's going to be contact on Earth. And the question is, I want to help people get prepared. I think part of my Saturday night mission is with myself and April, when she's on with me, is we're here to help you get ready for contact, to get ready to not be afraid of contact. How many of you are right now ready for contact? Richard says, any information on the pyramids in Egypt? Well, Richard, the pyramids in Egypt, under the pyramids in the desert there are actually entrances into the inner earth. That actually the archaeologists that live there There are people that have already found that. CDP says things are picking up. A lot of people are saying they're ready. Serena. And I think that's important. If some of you are ready for contact, that's a good thing. How many people are not ready for contact? I was doing some meditations. How many people are not ready for contact? Saisula Mama says, unsure. Christina says, I'm ready. CK says, only for the ones here to help us. Very well. Very good. Alicia Mara says, depends. How do you get ready? Okay, so this is one of the things that I can help you with. So for many people that are saying, how do I get ready? Because you have to get ready. You've got to be ready. Is that a lot of it has to do with meditation. Not everybody out there spends time to meditate for 20 minutes or 30 minutes a day. Oh, Cheryl, yes, I think you'll have contact. Right. So you raise your vibration. How do you raise your vibration in order to have contact with the space people? Okay. The way you do that is absolutely through the meditation and also using higher vibrational patterns of sound. If you use higher vibrational patterns of sound like ambient space music, you could get yourself ready for contact. And if you do that 20 minutes a day, it also means that you have to do another thing. In order to get ready for contact, you have to let go of all your belief systems. Bird Lover says they're meditating more and more, moving towards being ready. Tara says for sure, but the government may try to scare us to think they are malevolent. I meditate every day. Tricia says, yes, vibration is very important. So when you're getting ready for contact, I'm ready, says Phil Crown Always. So when you're getting ready for contact, what you want to do is be very centered. You have to let go of everything. Hey, work folk, good to see you. You have to get rid of everything you believe that you've been taught on Earth. That's a big step. I mean, to get rid of all your belief systems that you've been actually told to believe from your schooling, all those things that you've been told to believe to be true. It takes time to get rid of those belief systems, right? But you can do it. I have confidence that everybody out here watching this show tonight can get rid of all the earth-based belief systems to clear your consciousness for contact. When we speak of contact in the context of a year and a half from now in the human timeline, that's what we're looking at. It seems like it's not that close, but it's not that far away. And then the question has to be had, in a year and a half, what happens, and I'm doing this on purpose, that in a year and a half, what happens if there is no contact and nothing happens? I don't believe that's the case. But hypothetically speaking, in a year and a half, we're all ready for contact and nothing happens. Then what happens? Then you have a lot of people that have been waiting all over the world for contact and it doesn't happen. But I don't think that's going to happen. Because number one, the contacts that we're having, the information that we're giving is coming direct. Directly off planet. So I feel fully confident about that. But preparing for contact means that humanity has to give up all their belief systems. They have to give up their politics, their religion, their biasness, whatever it is, humans have to give that up. And then there's the whole thing with your brain. The human brain is like the biggest obstacle to human understanding of what's beyond Earth. The human mind, it's just amazing. We were gifted a human mind, right? But when the inner spirit of your being says, I'm ready for this, the human mind will say, wait a minute, not so fast. The human mind says, not so fast. What do you mean you're ready for this? I'm your human mind. I can tell you I'm not ready for this. You're ready for contact? Oh, I wouldn't do that. I'm the mind. I think a lot. As your human mind, I have to make you think before you act because I'm your human mind, right? The mind can be a very beautiful thing, and we can learn a lot with our human brain, but sometimes it can be the worst thing when it comes to the conflict of human mind versus your understanding, knowingness within that there are space people, men and women from other planets that are coming to Earth, right? And they are. They've been coming for a long time, not on a massive scale, but through every single generation, every single society on this planet for billions of years. For billions of years. Why do you think Atlantis existed, or Lemuria, or the land of Mu, or before the pyramids in Egypt, before it was a desert, very advanced civilizations lived in that region? They did. And these civilizations now were only on the land mass of the earth, but in our oceans. In our oceans, there are very advanced civilizations that live in remote areas of our oceans. That work, yes, Atlantis does exist. As a matter of fact, April went to Atlantis when she was on the ship recently. A while ago, actually. So there's a lot of things that are going to be transpiring. It's going to be when the Ashtar Command is ready to make contact. There's not one government in the world, folks, that can stop it. Really, there's not even any government that can stop it. When contact happens, it'll be the reunification of our planet with all the peaceful planets beyond Earth. We're going to be living in an harmonious society. We're going to be meeting our star family, your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, your fathers from off planet. All of you have, believe it or not, galactic family from some planet somewhere beyond Earth. You may not remember what planet it is, what system it is, but you all have family beyond Earth. You do. Take it from me. If it's coming from me to you, you know it's true. Just as real as my apple cider in this glass. And you know I love apple cider. So I'm going to do something here tonight. I want everyone to close their eyes. We're going to do a little experiment. I've been guided to do this. And if you're open to it, I believe something beautiful will happen. I've just been guided to do this. It's got a download from the Ashtar Command just right now. And we're going to do this thing. So here's what I want you to do. You have to really be focused on what we're going to do here. I want everyone to close their eyes. I want you to clear all your thoughts out. And we're going to do something with you with the Ashtar Command tonight. Okay? When you close your eyes, I want you to clear every single thought of whatever happened in your day, any conflicts, whatever happened. Just clear it all out of your mind right now. And what we're going to do is have you close your eyes and breathe in and out through your nostrils about 3 or 4 times. This is going to be a little bit of a test for you individually and collectively, okay? When you close your eyes, I want you to think of nothing but beautiful things. I want you to think of the future of the earth, how beautiful it will be. I want you to simultaneously, when I say this, you're going to say a specific sentence. And I want to see how many of you received the information. The command's going to do a little thing here from the ship with all of you. I've never done this before. I don't know what's going to happen, but I've been downloaded and guided that this will work. So I have to trust in that. What you're going to do now is keep your eyes closed. And I'm going to ask the Ashtar Command to work with all 214 people in my broadcast. I wish that once these people are totally at peace, we're going to have the Ashtar Command say something profound to you in your consciousness, and they're going to telepathically communicate with you and give you one sentence or a word. That's what they want to do, one sentence or a word. Now, I had no idea we were going to do this. This is just happening now. And I'm like, I always have to question everything I do, because I do that. I just question everything I do. I want to make sure everything is checks and balances. So as we do this, we're going to see what happens. If you're just coming in, close your eyes. This is Ashtar Command Contact Night, Q&A. We're going to do a test with you with our brothers and sisters of the command. And as you close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out of your nostrils a couple times until you feel relaxed. Just relax everything. Let your brain just relax, totally relaxed. I want the command to let every viewer know that you are with them. I'm going to let the command do this. I'm letting them do it by telepathic communications, and also I'm going to have the command do this by mental telepathy. Oh, this is interesting, and this is really interesting. I want the command to connect to 230 people in here. I always say it if you just got in here. Please clear your mind. I want you to clear your mind. I want you to close your eyes now, please. And I want you to breathe in and out about a couple times. We'll get back to questions in a few minutes. I'm doing an experiment with everybody with the command, and we're going to see what happens here. So as you close your eyes, I need everybody to focus, every single person. It really is really important. I need every person to focus. Close your eyes, please. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Please focus. Now that you're focused and you're calm, I want the command to telepathically give each person here a comment, a positive comment of affirmation. I also want the command to send one space person to each of the 231 people in this room. They can do it with the ship or without the ship. I want people to know that this is real, that the Ashtar Command exists. So I want to do an experiment. So I please ask that my space family in this show provide these people with at least a glimpse of our space brothers and sisters and a message. Take a moment to please keep your eyes closed. We're going to see if this works. Again, this is the first time I'm doing this, and I just got the download like less than a half hour ago. And when you hear the voice of a male or female space person, they're going to send you a message verbally that will be profound or will be positive. Let me know. And also, there'll be one space person per each person that will make, for about a few minutes, be in your room. And these are about 7-8 feet tall men and women. They will send you a message, and then they will go back to the Ashtar Command ships. This is to help people. So we're facilitating this tonight to get you ready for a few things. We're going to do this. And when you have, keep your eyes closed as we're doing this. Do not open your eyes. Let yourself just relax When this happens, let me know individually when you start feeling or hearing a sentence sent by them telepathically to you on my broadcast here. Take your time, relax. There's no rush here. Keep eyes closed. Clear your consciousness, please. Okay. And I had my eyes closed too. Okay, very good. So we'll begin. For those that are who have received the message and have had a feeling of a man or a woman in your room from the command, please respond. For those that are still in that state of keeping your eyes closed, there's no rush. We're facilitating a test to see that some of you might be ready to receive information. So we're just testing your human consciousness to receive the transmission. Marco says, I've got full body chills. Thank you. Catherine says, I heard you are worthy. Peace, love. And again, when you do get your telepathic message, let me know. You are beautiful, Tricia said. Take your time, folks. And again, if you've not received your message yet or a physical contact within your room, take a few minutes to keep relaxing. For all our relatives, I felt experience of uncontrolled love. I heard you are loved, Catherine. I heard you are loved and the ability to heal yourself is within you. Very good. Okay, one word, beautiful. Let me see here. I heard, okay, let's see. Got an electric feeling zap, interesting. Truth and peace. On my ankle, Catherine Lee. And again, for people just coming in here, we're going to do this a few more times. I know there's a few new people in here. There's 244 of you. We're doing an experiment with the Ashtar Command with everybody on Ashtar Command night tonight. I am CmdrAleon from the Ashtar Command here in the human form, fully activated. Alicia's an instant headache. I would say to the Ashtar Command, take the headache away. Help her remotely take that headache away from her. Not sure why she has a headache. And Alicia, close your eyes, clear your thoughts, and let go. Are you Jesus, Jeffrey? No, I'm not Jesus. My name is CmdrAleon. I'm not Jesus. I'm a Christed being of light, but I'm not Jesus. Welcome to our show, Jeffrey. So what we're doing is, for people that are new, please join us. Breathe in. Breathe in 3 or 4 times. Breathe out of your nostril. Keep your eyes closed. Clear your mind of all your thoughts, questions. Hot and headache. Lupita. I would ask the command to remotely help Lupita get rid of the headache. She says hot and headache. I think Lupita needs a little bit of help from the Ashtar Command on that level, and we'll facilitate them helping you. Frosty says, if they could heal me, I'd go with them right now. Hey, Frosty, welcome. And the way this works is I really know that the only way it could work is when you have your eyes closed, clear your consciousness. Carol says, "Oh, please speak to me." So the way this is going to work, folks, Cheryl Brown heard from the command, "I am loved and I'll be okay." For those that are needing to understand what's going on here, you need to close your eyes. We're going to start this all over again for the new people. We have 256 people in here now. We're doing an experiment right now. If you want to participate with us, you can on my Ashtar command tonight. You need to close your eyes, though. You need to forget everything that happened to you today and just close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, just take a deep breath in and just let out of your nostrils about 3-4 times. When you do that, I want you to listen carefully through your consciousness, because we're going to have the Ashtar command people telepathically send you a message. We also ask that the command make sure that their consciousness is open so they can hear it. And if you're just participating now, hopefully you will hear someone, a man or a woman, speak to you in a sentence responding to your request. And when you do get the message, let me know. Part of this experiment is to see. Hetty says, "I heard my Palladian child, you're never alone." Diane Ash says, "Love the new background." Oh, thank you, Diane Ash. Good to see you. And I want to include everybody in this experiment, so I'm not leaving anybody out here. If anyone's just coming in here and they don't know what we're doing, we're actually doing a new experiment here on Ashtar Command Night. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and breathe out of your nostrils about 3 or 4 times. When you completely are at peace, I want you, hey April, I want you to just let go of all your belief systems. So we've just been downloaded information, and we're doing an experiment to see if you are telepathically able to hear the space people speak to you from the command. So if you have not done this with us yet, we're not excluding anybody out of this experience, new people, longtime viewers. We want to get everybody involved here. This is going to be a jump start for those of you who've not done this to activate your telepathy, your ability to be telepathic, and also to receive a message, a positive message from each Ashtar Command person that is working with all of you out there. And as you close your eyes and you do the breathing exercises, be still. Work, folk, I'm picking it up. And as you do this, please just keep your eyes closed. And as you ask the Ashtar Command to assist you in sending you a verbal message through your consciousness, they're going to say right now, the question will be to the Ashtar Command person that I'm communicating with, can you please send me some sort of a message to let me know you're there? And each of the Ashtar Command people will be able to come into your rooms. I want the Ashtar Command people to be very, very clear to come into the individual viewers' rooms who are watching the show. Let them know you're there. And also make sure if any of them have, obviously, a headache, can you please take the headache away? Okay, I just closed my eyes as I was doing this with you. And when you get the response telepathically, please let me know what the answer was. Take your time. There's no rush here. This is a whole new thing for me, too. Yes, wouldn't that be, Dinesh, wouldn't that be great? Welcome, Jess Peachy. AK, welcome back. We're almost at 1 a.m. in the morning here on the show. This is Ashtar Command Q&A. Handheld static electric feeling on head, arm, hands, word love, and meditation. Hey, Bonnie. Very good. Very good. And also for Deanne, who we've not been able to get on here, I'd like to send a spaceship over her location. Deanne, I want you to just relax, take some deep breaths. And what we're going to do, since we've not been able to get you on screen here, tonight we'll send a spaceship over. We're going to send 10 Ashtar Command people into your home, 5 of which are medical people. And just do the breathing exercises, Deanne. They'll work on you tonight. They'll stay with you through Sunday. Since I can't get you on here live to work with you, as I tried to do in this past week. And I want to welcome everybody to the Encounter Show. This is our Ashtar Command Q&A. So we're glad to have you all with us. I'm CmdrAleon, host of the show. I'm host of WESU's Sunday morning show. This will be on tomorrow morning on TikTok, The Cosmic Eye on WESUFM.org, NPR Radio. Jackie says, love is endless. Very good. And as you get your answer, please let me know what it is. Can you please send them to my house? Thank you. That's what we're going to do, Deanne, tonight. We're going to send a spaceship over 20,000 feet above your location, and we'll send 10 Ashtar Command people to your house. And we'll have medical people that will help you. Lilac 911, can they help heal bodies? Yes, the Ashtar Command can help in that way. And when contact happens, that will be something we'll be able to do. Duba Lu says they say it's going to be okay to you. Good. Ellie Fox, welcome, Ellie. And this is Ashtar Command Q&A. We do this Saturday nights. This is part of our Encounter show, and we do this every Saturday. And if you like the show, please also, I'll take a moment to just mention that any support you can help by gifting TikTok gifts. I almost said Tic Tac, but TikTok gifts. If you can afford to do any TikTok gifts, please do it. It really does help. Hope says, I heard love yourself. Very good. This experiment's working quite well, and the command is communicating with people telepathically. And again, we do have user 937 says, I will feel joy again. Excellent. I'm setting up my goal here, which I didn't have set. So I just put my TikTok gift goal. Jackie, thank you for the heart. We appreciate that so much. Thank you. And I just set the gift level for 10 of the hats with the mustache. So if you can afford TikToking the mustache with the hat, the brown hat, I will certainly thank you for that. Or any TikTok gift or Venmo on my main page. I have a link to the Venmo. Honey McReynolds, welcome to the show. Yvonne, welcome to Encounters. We're glad to have everybody here. So as we proceed forward, now you know those that heard the messages that you received from the Ashtar command individually, that you're now able to use the telepathy versus your verbal communications. You're now learning how to use telepathy to hear voices from the Ashtar command, more specifically. Thank you, Dia Rizzo. I appreciate that very much. And I want people to feel relaxed. You've had a long day, many of you. If you had whatever kind of day you had, just feel relaxed, feel like you're on a spaceship, feel like you're like in this environment that is galactic. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to, this is your way of preparing for contact. Being with me on a Saturday night, just being right here. Let yourself just go with the flow, totally relaxed. Totally relaxed. I'm just reading comments here. If you have any questions about the Ashtar command, please do ask. That's what I'm here for tonight. I can answer most of your questions regarding Ashtar command. If you're not familiar with the Ashtar command, please feel free to ask a question. Oh, Jeanette says, I heard yes. Jeanette, you are loved. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you for the confetti. I appreciate that. The end's in Oklahoma. Okay. Alicia Mara, yes. So, Alicia Mara, we're going to focus on you for a minute. 77 Starlight said, beautiful and powerful. Beautiful. So, Alicia Mara, let's see here. I want the Ashtar command to, Alicia Mara, close your eyes, and I want you to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out of your nostrils about 3 or 4 times. I want you to clear all your consciousness. And I want the command to quickly work with Alicia. She had a headache before. I want them to work with whatever caused it to take it away. However that's done, I think they're going to work with you remotely from where they are. And also, can you give Alicia a message of love? Send Alicia a message through her consciousness of love. Alicia's in our thing here. Send her a message of love. Alicia, when you hear them send you a message of love, please let me know. Again, keep your eyes closed, clear your consciousness. Almost around 1 in the morning. I think we're going to just go to 1 in the morning this morning. This show and all my shows are on my Ashtar Command Spaceship News YouTube channel. So if you're not used to knowing how many shows I have, you go on my YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. You can watch all the previous shows on YouTube. Alcos is feeling great. Thank you. And good night, Commander. Take care. Tahar. Thank you for the gift. I have 9 more hats to go. I want to do at least 9 hats tonight. So I need to. Also, my goals are always pretty good. You always want to set cosmic goals for yourself whatever you're doing. So, Tahar, honey. Tahar, Brenna. Tahar. Tahar to you. So I have to say that word. It only happens with the hat. The hat activates me to say certain specific wording. So when you send me one of those hats with a mustache, Starlight, I have to say it, Tahar. I really have to. Paula, Tahar to you. Hope you're in a Tahar week. See, I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to learn how to say Tahar a lot better. When that hat's on me, I go into a Tahar moment, and I can't stop. There's no cure for me in that sense. Bonnie Paw Tahar. Where's that? Where's that hat? Oh, that hat was above my head. How'd that happen? I wish they had a pirate hat here, but they don't. So this will do. All right, folks, we're getting towards 1 o'clock. Been on for about 2 hours. I think it's almost time to call it a night. We'll be on tomorrow night with our regular show, and that will be Sunday night. And tomorrow morning, you can watch me on TikTok on WESUFM.org, NPR Pacific Radio. All right? So I want to have you all have a blessed evening. I'm going to call it a night here, and we love you all. Thanks for watching Encounter. It's the Ashtar Command Q&A, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Tar.